First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the 43.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Henry Ruggs.
Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether you're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Trenton Cannon, his first carry of the ball game. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. At the 50.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
By the Raiders.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Michael Kendricks made the tackle.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Nine yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Ashton Davis on the tackle. A gain of 10 brings up third and inches.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Number 83, Darren Waller.
Darren Waller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
The score, Raiders 7, Jets nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 23 yards the pickup there.
The 34-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Huntley gets it to his running back, Cannon. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Perriman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Is no good. Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here comes Richard on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going for. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Complete to
a big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Complete.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And inches.
the gun, it's Carr. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Henry Ruggs. Touchdown.
Henry Ruggs. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Back to Cannon again on first down. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
That's out to the left, flat and complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cannon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first and 10, Huntley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's another.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. From the gun, Huntley. That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Perriman, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Jets 20, Raiders 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last position.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Come on now.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he'll bang that one through.
That ties the game at 20 all.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down. Huntley. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Huntley. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Huntley. Back to Brown, this time complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
4-yard line.
It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He's got Denzel Mims, the rookie from Baylor. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Huntley. Forced out to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot before break. Huntley, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for us.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Able to connect with Mims. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He'll air this one out for Mims, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Huntley got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Huntley. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And all the way down to the 42. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Jets 30, Raiders 27.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low,
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The second-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards.
1st and 10.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And Brown's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. Touchdown. Jerome Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Jets 37. Raiders 27.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here comes Richard on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
For 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the...
It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
16,
Tyrell Williams. Touchdown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
Is good.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One more time, it's Cannon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier. The tackle made by Tanner Muse.
Huntley to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And he knocks it through.
Good. Makes the score Raiders 41, Jets 37. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Operating from the gun, Huntley. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, Huntley. On the move to his left. On the screen, this is Cannon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30.
On second down, this is Cannon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, Huntley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They give to Cannon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
to throw on second down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
His kick is good.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Huh? Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side. Right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Off the play fake. Huntley. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Perriman there to make the grab. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Jets 51, Raiders 48.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Carr. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Ball carrier.
The tackle made by Ken Crawley.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Carr to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
Gain of 10.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
From the gun, Carr. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
And a Raider 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams...
And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Our final score. Partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Jets, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.